Good afternoon, students. Today we will be seeing a new topic in third unit, that is organizing. Last class we have seen the topic sources of recruitment and selection, and today we will be discussing a new topic in our classes, organizing. So this is the definition. This is the first slide in organizing, talking about the definition, which was laid down by Louis Allen. Organization is the process of identifying and grouping of the works to be performed, defining and delegating responsibility and authority, and establishing a relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work most efficiently. This is what actually the definition given by Louis Allen. What he is telling is it is the process of identifying and grouping of the works. So, what is it first we are going to do? We should identify it, and it should be grouped. What is that each and work it is going to be performed, and we should define it, and we should delegate properly to each and every work to the right person, and establishing relationships within the people for the purpose of enabling people to work most efficiently. So if you are doing this in an organized manner, so organization will be having a clear cut, smooth workflow will be there. That is what here we are talking about. So this is actually the fundamental concept of organizing. What is the fundamental concept of organizing is differentiation, then integration. So this is actually talking about differentiation is talking about that organization is composed of units that work on specialized tasks using different work methods and requiring employees with unique competencies. This is what differentiation is. And then integration is it means the various units must be put together so that work is coordinated. This is what actually fundamental concept of organizing is, where we should talk about both the differentiation and integration. And the differentiation is that it means that an organization is composed of various units that it will be working on specialized tasks, and talking about the various work methods, and requiring employees with of different competencies. Okay, this is what actually the very basic concept of organizing is. And here we'll be talking about the nature of organizing. So nature of organizing, we'll be seeing about some 8 points, and here we'll be talking here is a group of person, common objectives, then division of work, cooperative efforts, then communication should be there, then central authority, then rules and regulations, then dynamic element. So this is what actually people will be talking about. People will be talking about the nature of organizing. So you should know the difference actually here, where normally in organization the first nature is where there will be group of persons, then they'll be talking about the common objectives to which they are going to work for, and then division of work. These are all the things we will be seeing in the coming slides. So the nature of organization, where a group of people, that is the first point, group of persons, where they will be talking about uh, where they work for common work for achievement of common objectives. So these actually they should understand. Sometimes the group might be large or small, and also this organization. Then organization is system of cooperative relationship of two or more persons. Normally, when organization itself means if you are working together, why we are working together means to achieve a common goal or objectives which is framed by the organization. And then as we are a group of people, then we'll be working towards common objectives. So every organization will be having a common objectives distinct from personal objective. So personal objective will be totally different, and common objective, that only when you're working in an organization you should work only, concentrate mainly on common objectives only. So the common goal is the basis of cooperation among the members. The objective of the organization are usually are made explicit. So these are all the things you should very uh, basic two things which you should understand. And if you're not cooperative uh, for common objective, the entire organization structure will be spoiled. So you should know these things and all. And third point, we'll be talking about the division of work. So an organization comes into existence when the total task is divided into the members of the group. So an organization. So why this division of work we are talking about? Because so if too many people of workers are put in one department, so the entire work will be spoiled. This is what you will be studying into the topic span of control. So here also in slide part we'll be talking about it is only where it is divided how many members they will be there in the group. A division of work is necessary not only because one individual cannot do all the work, but specialization results in efficiency and also effectiveness also we can find out. So we can also, when we are dividing the work, so according to the specialization, if you are putting the person in the right place, so it will be having very much effectiveness and also efficiency. So these things and all you should understand. So very best example is where according to you people are from different streams. So when the work is allocated in the organization for you, they'll be allocating only based on your specialization. Say you are from various departments, no? So according to your departments, you will be put up in that particular sections. And then when organization compulsorily, we should talk about cooperative efforts. Normally, there should be cooperation within the workers. So both vertically and horizontally. So the cooperative relationship should be there, or it should be stabilized both vertically and horizontally among different units of the organization. So you should not talk only about that. So I am having a very good relationship with my colleagues. Not only that, so even you should have a very good cooperation between higher authorities and also your subordinates. And communication. So where communication will be talking about from whom the organization communicates with each other in order to integrate or coordinate their efforts. So the structure must be such that people can perform together efficiently. So if you're having proper communication, no, so you can tell that what is happening in the organization. You should keep on communicate what you have done, and simple format we can also tell a report also. So if you're talking officially, you can talk about the work performance, what you've done in that particular work, in that particular week. Then authority should be centralized so that and the proper chain of command will not be broken. So it should be the chain of authority and responsibility relationship is known as the chain of command. And then common rules and regulations for the organization and dynamic element. It is a mere mechanical structure but a living organism. So when we'll be forming actually who is the top management, who is the middle management, and who is the supervisory, and who are the workers, like that, not will be framing. But actually, we'll be talking about that is actually it is a mechanical format we might be thinking, but actually it is having a arising out of the sentiments, attitudes, and behavior of the people. So the people or the material of construction that holds the structure together and gives it uh, vitality. So vital information or importance, how much importance you are giving to that each and every structures. So if middle management means how much weightage you are giving. So it is a very big element. So it only we have added dynamic element here. And this is actually the importance of organizing. So it facilitates administration, encourages both growth and diversification. Compulsorily, it will be using optimum use of technology and stimulates innovation and technology, encourages good human relations, ensures continuity of enterprise, then coordination. These are all the seven important uh, importance of organizing. So first point we'll see again here is it will be facilitating administration, what the administrative they are going to do and for the next 1 week, next month or entire year what they are going to do they'll be facilitating and they'll be talking about both growth and diversification in what way we can grow and in what way we can have diversification everything will be talking here and then either we can go for horizontal diversification or vertical diversification or talking about the growth of the organization in which angle we should grow either when talking about many things we can talk here when you're having proper organizing structure then the use of technology will be very very optimum here where they'll not be trying to with minimum cost itself they'll be trying to use the maximum technology. So what is that they are having in their hand? They'll be using it very much efficiently, and also it will always be stimulating very good innovative and technologies here. And it will be talking about one more main concept is maintaining good human relations. So when you're talking about good human relations, that is a main asset for the company. So if you're having very good relations, human relations, sorry, so it will be maintaining about that particular concept so that it will be very good for the organization if they are maintaining very good relationship not only within the department but also the interdepartments also. So then talking about ensures continuity of enterprises for how much long the company is existing, we can also find it out for how much years it is being existing, why it is existing. Because if you're finding out the reason, because the organization structure that is the main thing for the continuity of the organization, and then normally coordination will be there, must be there, or will be there if the organization should be succeeded for a long time. This is actually very important concept in organizing. This is what we have talked in about that particular slide facilitates administration. It will be encouraging both growth and diversification, then optimum use of new technologies. So these are all the things we'll be talking, and this one is very important concept in process of organization. So first of all, we should identify the activities. Then what is it we are going to do that we should identify first. Then we should group the activities. Actually, here we should grouping of activities. When you are identifying the activities, no, so everything will be splitted actually. So when we are, if it is in splitted manner, it will not be. We cannot allocate or design the work properly. So that we should group the activities. So when we are grouping the activities, no, we can easily afterwards we can delegate it. Without that, we cannot delegate before grouping of activities and all. So here, first of all, we should identify what is the activity which is going to be carried out in the organization. Then we should identify what is it, in what way the grouping of activities is going to be done. Here, in your language itself, here grouping means according to your specialization, we can easily group the activities, and then after grouping, so the delegation can be done. So delegation is so this particular work you are supposed to complete it within particular week. So that is what we'll be delegating. This work you are supposed to do. Delegating is that, please understand, delegation means you are dividing the work and you're giving the responsibility to the concerned person that you should do the work within that stipulated time. This is what actually here delegation of authority will be talking about here. So the work, if there is any problem in the work, no, you can call that person and you can ask why the work is not being done. So because when we are giving delegation, no, we can easily question people. So if the work is not being done properly. So this is the main concept why delegation is being done. So if the delegation process is not done properly, it should be the entire work structure will be spoiled. And then when you are delegating, so assignment of duties. So the assignment of duties where for that is what in division of work will be talking, no, right person for right job. So assignment of duties for each and every workers in the organization or for each and every uh, levels of management, what is it they will be doing it, so that they will be designing in the assignment of duties. This is what actually in the process of organizing it will be done. Identification of activities is the first step. It is to determine the tasks that should be performed to achieve the established objectives. Activities and jobs are building blocks of any organization. The activities to be performed should be depending upon the objectives, nature, and size of the enterprises. Okay, so this is actually you should identify, and according to that, we should divide the work of the particular organization. So identification of activities where people so sorry to interpret. Uh, after identification, so grouping of activities, the activities that are grouped into departments or divisions according to the similarity. That's what we have talked. No? According to your specialization, you can divide, and for what purpose. Everybody will be working for common purpose for that particular department. So here it is clearly according to the purpose of specialization, coordination and control. So here one more thing. So we'll be talking only about your specialization, but we can also group into territory wise, that is area wise, and customers wise also we can divide depending upon the requirements. So the assignment of duties. So when a group of activities or departments are then allotted to different positions, every position is occupied by an individual best suited for it. And then when they are assigning the duties, then you can easily delegate the work. So that slide actually it has been given that assigning. Okay, it's correct only. So actually in this slide, that is in this particular slide, third one should be assignment of duties, and fourth one only delegation of authority will be there. So please change it in your copying it or any other thing. So the assignment of duties and delegation of authority is it will be coinciding when you are assigning duty, no, that itself will be you are delegating the work to each and every individual worker. And if anything is not being happen, you can easily question them. So he itself, when we are questioning them, he itself will take responsibility, and according to that responsibility, he will try to complete the task in that stipulated time. These are all the things you should know that where in organizing structures or a process of organizing, this particular activities will be carried out. So main topic is today the process of organizing, identification of activities, grouping of activities. Then we'll be talking about assigning of duties, assigning of duties, and delegation of authority. These are all the things, very important concepts in organizing. Okay, so with this, we'll be completing the topic organizing. Uh, and next, we'll be talking about two topics in the next class. One is span of control, and the other one is departmentation. So these two things will be covered in the coming class. That is in the next week in the 1 hour class, we'll try to complete that span of control and departmentation. Thank you, students. Have a nice weekend.